Welcome back everybody to another episode of Maintenance with Mike. Today we're back in the garage. Still a bit chilly outside. Used the Kubota the other day to remove some snow where we're going to be building a new carport. We just went over the recommended 10 hours on the Kubota before you're supposed to grease these nipples on the loader. So we're going to do the loader and the backhoe as well. Basically no hours on this tractor. It's pretty new. I think we're at 20 something hours right now. I did it once before. I did have a problem with one of the grease nipples on the back of the backhoe. I'll show you guys later, and I'd probably just get a little wire wheel with a Dremel. It looks like they painted over the actual grease nipple on the pivot point that swings the backhoe back and forth. So we're just going to wire wheel that paint off there and see if we can get that nipple to take grease. And we'll get a close-up of that with the GoPro. So anyway, welcome back to the channel and enjoy the video. Hey, so I like to use basically clockwise or counterclockwise sort of rotation here. Do the front first and then the back. I start at the front part. Every pivot point basically has a grease nipple. You can see if you get a really bright light, like these ones are inside the rail of the actual loader. So basically just greasing as we see the pivot points and go all the way around the bucket, back up this side. Now on the Kubota, there's actually a driveline grease nipple underneath the mat. So there's a little window, let's call it, in the mat, and I'll show you that with the GoPro. There's a little window that you can flip up to grease the actual mechanism on the driveline as well. So let's get started, starting from this side here, and we'll start greasing our way all the way around. Okay, so I've got a pretty bright light here just so you can see what I'm looking at here. There's a grease nipple right there, and you can see the new grease just starting to come out of the actual pivot point. Once that happens, you can stop and then go on to the next one. There's another one down here. You can see there's actually a grease nipple right on the bottom here, so let's grab that one while we're here, and I'll show you. I'll see the grease start to come out of there. See, it's just starting to squish out right here on this side. And there you go. Try to wipe off the excess grease if you can around the point, and then the grease off the top of the nipple just so it doesn't attract dust and dirt. So that one's done. So 1, 2, 3, 4 done already on this side, and now we'll do there's one at the quick release on the bucket here for this pin. And then there's another one here for the knuckle. Another one here at the bottom of this ram for the knuckle. And then we go back down the other side. There's one more right here. Turn that off. There we go. It took a lot. This is a 2-pumper. Oh, that's good. There's a lot going on in the back. It's hard to tell where it's going to come out, eh? What? Here's a little thing. All pivot pins, joints of control lever. Joints of control lever. Joints of control lever. Would that be that little window in the carpet? Maybe comment on the video. What is a joint of control lever? Control lever, I would think, is the bucket stick to control the bucket. Where is there an actual fitting, grease fitting on that control arm? If you can let me know, that would be awesome. So that little, the little grease window that's underneath the mat on the Kubota, I guess it's for this linkage here, which I'm going to assume is your forward and reverse of your hydrostatic drive. And the grease comes out on this pivot here. So don't forget that one as well. Okay, so we're at the backhoe now, but I just wanted to show you something with these pins. You can see this pin is clearly silver. The grease fitting is definitely chrome or silver looking. Same with this pivot point. But check out this one. That's like definitely painted. Also, this one here, to move the backhoe side to side, this one actually looks like it was painted, but somebody has scraped off it's taken, oh, that's loose. Oh, that's not good. It looks like that'll come right out of there. So I'm gonna have to spin this grease nipple out of here. Hopefully it's not stripped. If that's the case, that was definitely like that when I received the tractor, so we'll have to chat with the Kubota boys. This one definitely is painted, and the one way down inside here on the bottom of this same spot is painted as well, but it looks like it is taking grease, so you can see the little chrome ball there as well. So anyway, let's zoom back out here, and we'll grease all the nipples that are accessible right now, and then we'll see if we can fix those ones that are giving us some grief. Okay, so we're just gonna run around and catch all the ones that are greasable right now, and then we'll look at these 3 here, here, and here. This one looks painted too, but it is definitely taking grease, so I'm not too worried about that if they're taking grease, but this one concerns me a little bit here because it's moving around. So let's do the arms, or the stabilizers. There's one hidden way in here that you gotta definitely get. Right in there. There's a grease nipple there for that ram. So you got to make sure you catch that one. So I think we'll just try to maybe scrape some of the paint off that and just get the ball exposed. Get it to take some grease. And this one, oh, yeah, there you go. We're gonna have to clean that up and figure out if that's stripped or what. It's clearly loose. Let's grab a socket for that. Okay, moment of truth. That sounds positive. See something come out now. There we go. That looks it. It just kind of cracks off. Okay, well that's got all the paint off of it. Let's just clean out around the little ball there. There we go. You can see that. So that one's clean. Feels like it's going in there, right? Why is it so loose? Why are these so loose? Well, anyway. It's back in there now. Let's scrape that paint off. Now that it's a little more. Looks a little better. And the little fitting's working. You see the grease split out there and actually pushes the paint out, which is nice. Seems to be working now. Okay, let's put some grease in there. Hopefully this is the last one. So there you have it. Quick recap on the 10-hour maintenance. We did the loader grease nipples. No issues with the loader grease nipples, but as you saw earlier on in the video, there's 3 painted grease nipples on the backhoe. One was the main arm of the backhoe, and the other 2 were the big pin that allows it to swing left and right. All those grease nipples were painted over, so the ball bearing to allow the grease to pass through the nipple into the pin was painted over. So when I went to scrape the paint off, you could see that the actual grease fitting was moving. So I wiped all the grease off. You could see basically pulled right out. Both the top and bottom ones and the main one were only maybe just finger tight in there, like they weren't doing anything. So I was able to clean the paint off the top of them just with like an Olfa knife, scraped it off. Tiny little jeweler screwdriver to scrape around the ball bearing, and just pushing in the ball bearing lightly, you could see a bit of grease coming out and basically pushing that paint under pressure out. Okay, that's got her beat. That's the 10-hour service. 10-hour service on the BX23S backhoe and loader. Again, thanks for watching Maintenance with Mike. If you find these videos helpful, please subscribe to our channel. You get notified of future videos as we post them, and share them with your friends and family. Alright, thanks again for watching. Cheers.